Hi, welcome back to week number 3, Harvesting Life Lessons. I'm Deborah Schreper, your host, www.harvestinglifeslessons.com. Today is going to be a very short topic. I had something all prepared, planned out, and at the last minute, you learn these lessons kind of on the fly. Like I said, I did have something different prepared, but felt led to do a very brief lesson as week number 3, the night before I go to surgery. You might be wondering why I'm wearing a tie. Well, my son plays basketball, and they are required to wear a shirt and ties. There is no father in the home, so mommy does not know how to tie a tie. Neither does he. So I asked someone if they knew how to tie one. They did not either. And then I remembered, YouTube is a pretty good thing to learn how to do something when it's important. You can learn a lot from one another. I learned how to tie a tie for the first time. So I will be passing this lesson on to my son. So that's not really the core of this topic. Just wanted to talk a little bit about how in life you don't get taught everything in life. Some things you have to learn on your own. And some things, sometimes those lessons are pretty painful. If you think about a rose, and if you are blessed enough to get a husband that brings you roses every day or once a week or just because he feels like it, appreciate not only the man behind giving you the roses. Don't just appreciate that man. But if you pause and think about it, the florist had to shear those thorns off. Like the old crew used to say, axe a rose. Every rose has its thorn, or every day has its thorn. One of my favorite groups, Guns N' Roses, back in the 80s, back in my day. But it's very, I can't think of the word, prolific. It's very essential in today's topic, in today's world, that someone tells people the truth. I'm one that I don't like fake. If you're going to be fake with me, I'd rather not hear what you have to say. I want it real, I want it true, and I want it from the heart. I encourage my brothers and sisters to always be real with one another. Sometimes they are, sometimes they're not. But, when I grew up, my parents, as I've said, I was adopted. My parents made life look so easy, so carefree and so fun. So much so that at 19 years old, when I moved out 3,000 miles away from home, I got slapped in the face with reality and got life checked. You all heard the story of my drug addiction, overcoming that at 23, 24 years ago. Then into a more difficult topic that I won't talk about right now. I'm trying to stay on focus and just let you know that life is not always what you planned it to be. We can go to college, we can become something big and great in this world, and then boom, you get a life check, kind of like a hat check, whatever they call it in hockey. It knocks you to the floor. And sometimes, once in a while, we become too prideful in the way we walk, and we need those life checks to put us back into place. You haven't always been sitting on a mountaintop. there was a time that you had to climb to that mountaintop. And if you didn't have to climb to it, somebody else had to climb to that mountaintop for you, right? Right. Can I get an amen? Amen. So even if you were born blessed with a silver spoon in your mouth or what have you, there was always somebody that had to work it out, had to work so that you could have a better life, because they didn't want you kind of to come up the way you did. So appreciate where you came from, because it hasn't always been that way. Those NBA players and NFL players and those players that are celebrities that have something now in life, they may not have always had everything in life. And that is why I do admire a lot of the mega superstars and some of the mega athletes, because although you and I may think that they're doing it for publicity, they're really not. They don't have to go in a soup kitchen and feed the homeless. They really don't have to. Their assistant's assistant can do that. They don't have to do that. They've come to that level where they can hire people to do that, to represent them. But to those people, the naysayers that say they're just doing it, because they want the attention or it makes them look good, you know what? I still say they don't have to do that. They do it because they remember where they came from. They might have came from the hood. Many of them do. They come from the hood. That's why I always encourage people, don't forget where you came from, because you're only a payday away from falling on your behind. So every time you get a rose from someone that you love, remember the florist, remember the gardener that probably bled to pick that rose. Remember the florist that had to shear off the thorns so that when you handled them and you touched them and you arranged them in your pretty little crystal vase, so that they would look perfect and straight and beautiful for everybody else to enjoy. Remember, they didn't always look like that. They had to start on a bush or a tree with thorns, many thorns. And so it takes quite a few people to make something presentable to you. And that is my message for you tonight, is that remember where you came from, appreciate the lessons that you have learned and who you've learned them from. And then what you do when you do climb that mountain, bring somebody with you. Don't just leave your brother or sister behind. Help them climb the mountain. Once you learn the secret to climbing the mountain, your job in life is to encourage somebody else. Hey, you can make it. Hey, you can come through that. You know what? How do I know? I came through this. That's part of our purpose in life. God brought you through something to make you do something. So get up, get busy, because there's always a job to do. If you don't have any money, you still have a smile on your face. And some people say, that's tacky. Who wants to smile? Well, go into the hospital. People that are sick, all they need is a smile sometimes. Let them know it's going to be all right. Encourage somebody. That's the mission here at Harvesting Life's Lessons. You want to share those life's lessons that you've learned, that you overcome in life, so that you don't keep them to yourself. But you want to harvest your fruit, and you want to pass it out. You want to give it, pay it forward, is the term they use. So with that, I thank you for tuning in, and I really hope you enjoy Harvesting Life's Lessons. You can find me on Facebook at Harvesting Life's Lessons, or my website, harvestinglifeslessons.com, Twitter at A Walk in My Garden. My next book will be coming out shortly. It is called, it's the second book in my series, Harvesting Life Lessons, The Master, the Student, and Their Intertwining Dance. Because one lesson that I have learned lately, speaking this week is that sometimes the lessons that we think ought to come from the elderly or the more experienced people in life, oftentimes they actually come from the young children. I learned a lot of lessons just in the garden when I have to cut a beautiful rose in order for the next beautiful rose or the next harvest to come through. And it kind of hurts a little bit. It kind of gives me a little chill. And then I remember the reason that I'm doing it is because so that the next crop, the next generation, the next whatever can be more abundant, more productive, more blessed than I was or am. And that's the whole reason that we want to strive to encourage, to motivate you to get up, be thankful for what you do have. I always say I'm not where I really want to be, but I thank God that I'm not where I used to be. And where I used to be, it was nobody but God that kept me out of the ground, 6 feet under. So if you like this station, my channel, Harvesting Life's Lessons, please hit the subscribe button or the like button or whatever button it is to, let me know that you're encouraged. And for this week, I do want you all to be encouraged. And remember to plant a seed. And when I say plant a seed, I don't mean money. Because most of us, hey, it's the holidays coming. Do what you can. If you have these hands, I guarantee somebody might need their dishes washed. They might need the floors mopped. And if you think you're too good for that, well, then maybe you need to readdress some of your issues that you're having in life. Because it might be because selfish pride is getting in the way and it's stopping your blessing from coming through. So, again, with that, I want you all to be encouraged. Plant a seed of hope in somebody else, even if it's a smile, a hug, a hi, how you doing? Good morning, whatever. You don't know the kind of life you can impact just by saying hello to a stranger on the street. So, and also if you, you don't always have to be monetary with your blessings. Your words are everything I've learned in life. With that, remember every rose does have a thorn. Your life may not what you turn out to be with how you expect it to turn out, but it is what it is. And as the young folks say, keep it moving. Don't stop. If you fall down, get back up. Don't stay down. That's one thing I have learned. You don't stay down. You might lay down for a few minutes, but get right back up. That's how you learn and encourage other people. I encourage you to tune in next week for another hopefully short edition of Harvesting Life's Lessons. And as always, if you have comments, questions, or if there is something deep and sensitive topic that you want me to talk about, like I said, I'm an open book. Encourage each and every one of you to live. LIVE. Lend individuals a variety of encouragement. Have a great night, a great weekend. Be blessed, all of you. See you next time. Bye.